what? And welcome to this webinar where we want to talk about how to find your voice. Welcome, Kenny.
What it is, Cheryl, what it is, man. And so I've had times where to make things work, I had to cut back on socializing. I mean, especially post-divorce, because not only did I go through a divorce and, all of those things and having to pay maintenance, I also took a significant pay cut. So I had to make things work within what I was earning at the time, and there were no gigs and stuff, no extra income. So I had to just adjust. And throughout my life, I've learned to adjust to abundance and to lean time. So I'm just saying, don't be scared.
And I love that you actually spoke about what goes into downscaling,
Yeah,
and downsizing, and actually living below your means, or having to change your lifestyle. I think people are often scared to do that because of what will people say, or people notice stuff,
yeah,
and you know actually they don't care. They've got their own stuff, they have their own
yeah,
debts, and so we're
yeah,
living life on people's opinions, and I think that's what maybe stifles our true voice, because we're
yeah,
not strong enough to own who we are. But I love what you're saying about, as we get healthier, as we grow spiritually, as we get stronger, and as we get more grounded in our real identities, then our voice also gets stronger. For you
yeah,
to say to your daughter, it's okay, take a gap year, heal, I'm here for you, let's experiment, let's do things together. It doesn't matter what people say. If she knows that her father cares and that he says he's on her side, I mean, that's just her world right there. I know that
yeah.
people will often, be upset if I didn't ask you this question. For all the aspirant DJs who want to pursue a career in radio, what tips and advice would you give to them on what pathway to follow?
I think most importantly, ask yourself, why do you want to do radio? Why do you want to do broadcasting? If it's for fame and money, then I would say, you know what, there's better industries and better career paths that you can choose to make a whole lot more money than being a radio DJ or
I think
presenter.
that's not the answer people were expecting, Kenny.
Yes, because it's a very unstable environment. I mean, the number of times I've had to restart my life, I think it's about 5 times I've had to restart my life. And I mean, you acquire wealth and you acquire assets, and then it goes because now you're unemployed for a season, and you got to make things work, so you got to downscale. Currently, I don't even own a
Yeah,
car.
being secure in understanding how to work with money, how to let
Mm,
money fit your life, how to actually master money and not let money master you. So you
yeah,
mentioned, for example, your career path is something that's not stable, and actually, there is no more stability in terms of formal employment any longer. So we have to do the side hustle. We have to think about multiple income streams, whether that's investing over a long period of time and being able to have dividends upon that, whether it's living below your means and not having debt, whether it's also looking at other ways that you can take your skill sets and kind of bid them into bite-sized pieces and see, how can I sell the skill set to a different client, and build side hustles and multiple streams like that. So you've also done that, Kenny. So you are a radio DJ on the weekends, but you also do gigs and things like that. So
yeah.
how have the multiple streams of income helped to support your financial stability?
Look, that's the thing about radio. That's maybe your primary uh, paycheck, but you always have a side hustle. So with me, it has been club gigs, appearances, emceeing, voiceovers, doing a bit of TV on the side, being a brand ambassador, etc. So when you look at the Steve Jobs as an example, or anyone else who's been a success, Mark Zuckerberg, etc., they will tell you about the tough times that they went through. And like I said, the boiled eggs and cucumber, they may have had crackers and spreads or whatever, or went days without eating. And everyone who's been a success, or the majority of people, let's put it that way, look, we're not all born with a silver spoon in our mouth. So not everybody is Prince Harry who claims to be poor, even though he has a trust fund. You know, most of us have to live in the real world. And I'm saying, people who live in the real world, not everybody is an overnight success. There's hard graft to be done, there's lessons to be learned, there's fees to be paid, and mistakes to be made, and to grow from those mistakes. It's part of your journey of growth. So, yes, there are people who became overnight successes, especially through the dot-com era and now through social media and being influencers. But not everyone is going to rake in the millions of dollars and be those millionaires. Sometimes, depending on which country you're in, etc., you might make a few thousand rand, as an example. But still, compared to people who are only living on 50 rand a month, it's a lot of money. So it's all relative, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But at the end of the day, without putting in the effort, you can't expect to see a reward unless you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth.
So essentially, being an overnight success takes 10 to 15 years. Just how to live a life of significance and meaning. Aside from what people perceive you as, whatever your brand is, what people perceive of you, your life is your own and your journey
Yeah.
is your own. And we can learn from each other and we can grow from each other. And as we do that, we have confidence to really find and own our voice. Thank you so much for your time, Kenny.
Thank you.